Poem 21. My teacher gave me what I do not need, told me what I need not know. At a high price, he sold me water beside the river. In the middle of a dream, he led me gently to my bed. He threw me out when I was crawling, took me in when I was home. He referred me to the crickets when I had to sing, and when I tried to be alone, he fastened me to a congregation. He curled his fists and pounded me toward my proper shape. He puked in disgust when I swelled without filling. He sank his tiger teeth into everything of mine that I refused to claim. He drove me through the pine trees at an incredible speed to that realm where I barked with a dog, slid with the shadows, and leaped from a point of view. He let me be a student of a love that I will never be able to give. He suffered me to play at friendship with my truest friend. When he was certain that I was incapable of self-reform, he flung me across the fence of the Torah. Poem 22. Your cunning charlatan is trying to whip up a frisson of grace. He wants a free ride and a little on the side. He has hid his shame under a tired animal gleam, and he pretends to be full of health. He's working hard dragging that donkey up Mountain Moriah, and listen to the authentic muffled cry of his heart, so thoroughly documented and unattended. He has some pictures in his mind. They are all round and wet, very pressing, and he has his belt. He's going to give her what she wants. Bring a mirror. Let him see the monkey struggling with the black tefillin straps. Where is she, Lord of Unity? Where is the kind face, the midnight help, or the autumn wedding, the wedding with no blood? Poem 23. My sister and I, being estranged, I parked my trailer at the furthest limit of her fields, the corner that is left by law to the poor. Her hundreds of cherry trees were blossoming, and on the road to the great stone house that they lined, a lacework of petals. It was a Saturday. I reclined against a little hill, a shoot of wheat between my teeth. Looked at the blue sky, a bird, 3 threads of luminous clouds, and my heart would not rejoice. I entered the hour of self-accusation. A strange sound trembled in the air. It was caused by the north wind on the electric lines, a sustained chord of surprising harmonies, power and duration greatly pleasing, a singing of breath in steel, a huge string instrument of masts and fields, complex tensions. Suddenly the judgment was clear. Let your sister with her towers and gardens praise the incomparable handiwork of the Lord, but you are pledged to the breath of the name. Each of you in your proper place. The cherry trees are hers, the grapes and the olives, the thick-walled house, and to you, the unimagined charities of accident in the corner of the poor. Poem 24. In the thin light of hunted pleasure, I become afraid that I will never know my sorrow. I call on you with a cry that concentrates the heart. When will I cry out in gratitude? When will I sing to your mercy? Tomorrow is yours, the past is in debt, and death runs toward me with the soiled white flag of surrender. Oh, draw me out of an easy skill into the art of the holy. I am afraid of what I have done to my soul, and the judgment is established like a sudden noise. Oh, help me bow down to your anger. I lie beside the corpse of my idol, in the spell of fire and ashes, my word for the day of atonement forgotten. Lift me up with a new heart, with an old memory, for my father's sake, for the sake of your name which rings in heaven and hell, through worlds destroyed and worlds to come. Through worlds destroyed and worlds to come, tangible music shining between the hidden and the perceived, garbled in my ear and clearly the place I stand on, O precious name of truth uncontradicting. The scornful man will bend his knee, and holy souls will be drawn down into his house. Hedges will be planted in the rotting world, the young shoots protected. Time will be measured from mother to child, from father to son, and learning will speak to learning. Even the evil are weary. The bomb falls on the pilot's son. The riot shouts out to be calmed. The wound widens every heart. The general exile thickens. The whole world becomes the memory of your absence. How long will you hunt us with sorrow? How long will they rage, the fires of refinement? Blood drinking blood, wound swallowing wound, sorrow turning, sorrow torturing sorrow. Cruelty rehearsing itself under the measureless night of your patience. When will the work of truth begin to verify your promise? Now that all men hear each other, let your name be established in hell and count us back to the safety of your law. Father of mercy, bride of the captured earth, speak to your child of his healing in this place where we are for a moment. Poem 25. My son and I lived in a cave for many years, hiding from the Romans, the Christians, and the apostate Jews. Night and day we studied the letters of one word. When one of us grew tired, the other would urge him on. One morning he said, "I've had enough," and I said, "I agree." He married a beautiful girl, the daughter of one of our benefactors, grown from the child who brought us food in the night to the one for whom he waited all day. And they were blessed with children. My wife came back to me one strange afternoon, all changed, all lightened, and we opened a bookstall in Jerusalem, where we sold small bilingual editions of the Book of Psalms. My daughter appeared one day and said, "I believe you have neglected me." "Forgive me," I said, and her face shone with forgiveness. She married a goldsmith, a maker of ceremonial objects, bore children, and deepened the happiness of her parents. Every so often we gather at midnight before the wall, our family of little families. After all, we say, the Romans do not eat flesh torn from a living animal, and the Christians are a branch of the tree, and the apostate Jews are still embraced by the word. We talk in this manner, we sing the time-honored songs, and we compose new ones as we were commanded. Jerusalem of blood, Jerusalem of amnesia, Jerusalem of idolatry, Jerusalem of Washington, Jerusalem of Moscow. Let the nations rejoice. Jerusalem has been destroyed.